Hey, you guys, I'm back. It's me, Jill Holly Arrington. You're leaving a legacy real estate agent. So, now that we've talked about the Leaving a Legacy tribe, I can't group everything into one video. It would be hours. So, I'm breaking this down. Why would you want to join the tribe? What is that tribe? What does it look like? Where are we? What are we doing? The first thing you would do, the tribe is all about sister and brotherhood. I know I'm probably going to have more sisters because that's what I'm wanting to actually attract. But I'll attract the sisters if you're married with your husband because you guys are one, you're a partner. And so one of the things that I'm going to be talking about in the before we get together, first thing you're going to do is you're going to make your appointment with me, right? So the tribe is about coming together and having the accountability to one another and just staying accountable. That's really what the tribe is all about. We just want to stay accountable to live our dreams, right? We want to stay accountable to leave a legacy. And there are a lot of things I do when people aren't looking, but there are also a lot of things I do when people are looking. And so you guys are watching right now, right? So again, I can't just talk about it. I got to be about it. I can't get up here and tell you guys about something. And I don't have a whole bunch of wealth. That's where I'm on my way to. So I'm just saying to other people, look, I'm not saying I'm your guru. I'm offering to walk with you on this journey to getting to a place of retirement where we have some cash flow assets, we're having a great time, and we're leaving a legacy for our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren, right? So that's what the tribe is coming together and us forming this is about. So some of it will be on Facebook, some of it will be on Instagram, some of it will be on Zoom, because I know some older people despise technology. And at some level I do too, because I can get on Facebook and I can scroll. Before I look, an hour is gone. But there is something else too about being in a particular place that also begins to diminish my spirit. And it's nothing about other people and what they're doing. It's me comparing and seeing and comparing myself as to what I'm not doing. I always promise to keep 100% real. I can go to Facebook and I can scroll and I can hit some people up and I can love on some people. And before you know it, I'll start comparing myself, my insides to other people's outsides. I'm not doing enough. I could do more. Yada yada. All this chatter, the chatter that go off, the committee, whatever, start playing in my head. I start telling myself this story. And so I'm real careful. I just want to let you guys know I'm real careful. I'm not on Facebook every day. And when I am, I'm very clear about what I go to Facebook to do. And so I'm on and I'm off. So anyway, that's it. That's a whole nother story. But I am in a tribe on Facebook right now. I'm on a tribe. I've always followed Lisa Nichols. I love her to pieces. She's been my online coach for many years, and I've also spent money doing some of her programs. Also motivating the team spirit. I'm going to talk to you guys too about that later too, because that's a part of leaving a legacy. So anyway, we're coming together however we decide we want to come together. But the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to make an appointment with me. Because first thing we need to do is we need to interview each other. We need to find out if we want to play together. If we want to play together and if we want to be in business together. That's the first thing we need to do. So that's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to set up an appointment. So as soon as you get off this video, you're going to do one or two things. You're going to text me at 209-361-5975, or you're going to direct message me either on Facebook Messenger, or you're going to text message me in my inbox. And then we're going to begin to talk and interview, make sure that we're just a good match for each other. And so that's the first thing I'm going to do. So, and then the second thing we're going to do, we're going to take and if you decide we're going to work together and we're a good match, we're going to take the next 14 to 30 days creating your plan. We're going to create your plan. And so it's not going to be my plan. I'm going to help you. I'm going to brainstorm with you, but we're going to figure out, what do you want your plan for retirement to look like? How much money do you need to have in order to live comfortably in retirement? We're going to look at what's going to be the best types of property to get you there. And we'll look at everything, at the team that you need to help you run this thing, because none of us can do this alone. I wouldn't suggest it by any means. So you might say, Jill, I don't want to be a landlord. We're not talking about you being a landlord right now. You'd be amazed the little cost that it costs for a property manager, or the value that you get from paying a property manager to manage your properties versus you trying to do it. And so that's just one thing. So that's just one instance, because most people, think about, matter of fact, I'm saying that because that was the thing my dad harped on for years. There was a property across the street that my mom's best friend lived in. She lived in the front house, and there were 3 apartments in the back house. Some years before my mom passed, maybe about 5 or 6 years before my mother passed, that apartment building became, and that house in the front, the whole property became available. It went up for sale. Now, I didn't know this. And my mother hinted me to it. She said, Jill, the property across the street is $150,000. I'm like, what? The house and the 3 apartments? And she said, yep. And so one of the things that happened was my dad didn't want to be a landlord. He always used to harp about, I don't want to be no landlord. I don't want to be no landlord. I don't want to be no landlord. My mother was sick when that property was sold. Talked her right out of her dream. One of the things she knew would have left a legacy. I have a brother who's mentally ill. He could have been living in that place. My sister probably could have been living in that place, and we could have kept the family together across the street from the. She just had thoughts about that. She was thinking about her family, and my dad talked her out of it. And so I know my mother died with one of those things on her heart. When she laid her pillow down, she knew she was done. That was one of the regrets I know that she had, because she had expressed that to me. So anyway, we're going at 14 to 30. We don't want to do that. See, we don't want to do that. We don't want to have. We may have some regrets, because there's some things you just can't do anything about. But there was some specific things from this day forth. I say up until now, I had some regrets. I'm not going to die with a whole bunch of regrets when it's time to go. So, because I'm working on that right now. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is execution. Everybody needs to know how to execute the plan, right? So we're going to talk about execution. I'm here. I'm more like a coach than just a real estate agent. And so I have an accountability partner. So I'm asking you to get an accountability partner. I do not want to be your only accountability partner. I'm your coach and your real estate agent. Those 2 pieces are mine, right? But I don't want to be your all in all, because you're going to need an outside person. When you're thinking about something and I'm thinking about something, you're going to need that third person to bounce some stuff off of and to share some information. They may have a different insight. So I'm asking you to think about that person now. Mine is my son. I run everything past my son, whether it have to do with money, the real estate plan, the investment, how we're doing it. And so right now, my son has been an instrumental part of, and he's also my marketing person, and he's also my graphic artist person. He does all of my branding. And so you may not have that type of person who does all of those things for you, but you definitely need to have an accountability partner, and we can help work on the rest. I will loan you my son for some of this stuff if you need it. So anyway, I just wanted to come back and share. So this is part 2. What's the next thing you're going to do? You're going to set up an appointment. You're going to say, Jill, I'm ready. And so you may say, well, Jill, I'm not in my 50s. I'm young and I still want to do this. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. Let's see where you really are with this. And I'll be more than glad to work with you. And so I will see you guys on the next video. This is Jill Arrington, the Leaving a Legacy agent, real estate agent, signing off for now. Y'all be good now. You hear? And I'll see you next time.